Our first priority was to really sit with Kenneth, our art director, and really try to let the technology fit with what he wanted the art style to be, so that we could make sure that all of the focused improvements we made were really in sync with what he wanted to do and how his art team was going to create content. And so we really focused on trying to increase the polygon fidelity in the background and really kind of raise that, and then also get a higher fidelity in lighting, which were really the two probably main points. And then with some of the cinematics that you've seen, really step into trying to create more believable faces and really kind of set up to go with a better performance for storytelling with both the creative vision and the art division. They're probably the three major places that we really focused our efforts. It's really kind of an effort all the way through, from actor or actress all the way to tech art, through the cinematics, how we touch that up and how we basically can do the face capture. And really get the mouth animation on things, to whereas a lot of games usually are doing phone-in-based stuff, we're actually doing the full face capture of the actors. We really wanted to focus on giving the best pieces of technology that we could to the art team to make them look beautiful. And one thing I've learned is that as games have moved forward, it's really about making sure that the content people can make the beauty, and hopefully the tech can come through to support that. Whereas I think past games, it was very much more about the technology as opposed to sort of how that art vision comes through. And I think the place that he really brings his style is in the character development that we've done. I think when you look at not just some of the environments, like you've said, and sort of that bright sort of contrast with the lens flares and that kind of thing, it's also in the fidelity of the Covenant, the Elite, those types of things. I think he's done some amazing work, and I think that bringing that vision to Halo has been really good. And I think it's been a really good job of sort of maintaining with the consistency of Halo, yet bringing sort of his style to it. We really did a lot of work within the collision and physics system to help support that higher fidelity on the graphics side. And so it's been kind of, when you think about graphics, you don't necessarily think about all of those types of things that come with the gameplay. Oh, you can just make graphics, but it's so intertwined between how the game plays, how the physics work, how then you flip pin for ray casting on the feet of the character, or however you do that, and then still stay within performance. And so raising the fidelity bar and then balancing off how they work together and still maintaining the performance is a pretty tough problem, and that's really probably the biggest area that we focused on to support what graphically you see in Halo 4. I think the biggest challenge on the tech side was really sort of taking the engine and taking new people who hadn't worked with the engine and getting them into a place where they could make these changes. You have a really good piece of technology that shipped amazing games, 90+ rated, amazing playing games, and sort of making sure that you didn't break what has brought sort of the greatness to Halo as a game, while still making the changes that you want to make to sort of elevate what you're doing. And I think that that's probably, it's not necessarily a specific problem, it's probably been the biggest challenge for us, is to sort of maintain that while still trying to elevate some of the pieces that we really wanted to work with. I think that, when you come to when you get deeper and deeper into console life cycles, I think that you start to think that that's all you can do, but I think you can always make changes to have the perception be that you've squeezed more out, whether it's changing how some gameplay works to sort of elevate something different that people didn't necessarily think. I think that you can do it through change and not necessarily do it through using more hardware or trying to take better advantage. And as you learn more about the system, you get to do that. As the PC cycles and cycles and cycles, you sort of just go with the hardware. As you work with a piece of hardware for a long time, you get to sort of master it, which isn't necessarily true on the PC. So I think you can squeeze more, or at least have the perception that you're squeezing more. I think we achieved, one of the things that I wanted to do with it was sort of learn it, step it forward, and really create it. I think we achieved more than I would have planned to do with what we've done. And the reception for what we've been showing is a sort of, I think it blows my mind that we've been able to put that forth while still playing great. So I think it's been a pretty tough challenge and a good balance between them.